Hi, I'm Emmy. Welcome to Yoga with Em. This session is going to focus on lower back care. Did you know around 80% of adults experience lower back pain at some point in their lives? So whether you're trying to prevent injury or whether you've experienced lower back pain, this sequence could be perfect for you. Remember, listen to your body. Move within your range of comfort and ease back if something doesn't feel quite right for you. We're all individual. So you may need a folded blanket as a prop in this sequence. If you don't have it, don't worry, but it could be handy. Come and join me. Let's look after our backs in lower back care. This is yoga for every day, for everyone. So welcome to your yoga for lower back care. I'd like you to join me standing to begin practice today. I'm starting in prayer pose. So my feet are together, toes touching, heels slightly apart. Bringing hands to heart center to prayer position. Elbows tucked in by the sides. Settling in with the breath as we begin practice. Close down your eyes if you feel comfortable. Lengthen right through to the crown of the head. Relax your shoulders. A slight engagement of the core. Slowly inhaling through the nostrils. And a slow exhalation through the nostrils, settling in to your space on the mat. Inhale deeply. Slow down your breath as we settle into practice. If you'd like to open the eyes, take the fingertips reaching down to the earth and step the feet slightly wider than hip width. The first posture we're going to take is a variation of chair pose, Utkatasana. And this variation is going to be one that will be kind on the lower back. So the feet are wide, giving us a wide, stable base. We're going to inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, take them back and down. Inhale, lengthen in Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, sit on back in your chair. Spread your arms to the sides, palms down. Inhale, sweep the hands up and overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, sit on back in your chair. Inhale, lengthen. So we're moving with the breath and we're taking care not to put strain on the lower back by taking the arms to the side in this variation. Inhaling, pushing the butt forward, reaching on up. Exhale to sit back in your chair. Inhale, last time. Exhale, bring the hands back down through center into prayer position. So we're going to bring ourselves down to a seated position on the mat for a modified cat and cow. I'm going to do this by taking my feet slightly wider and coming down through a squat. But you can get down there however you like, moving in the way that feels right for your body. Listen to your body today. So when I get down to the mat, I'm going to take a folded blanket to sit on, just to elevate the hips slightly and find an easy cross-leg, comfortable position, Sukhasana. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can just sit On the mat, you don't need a prop. Ground down equally through the sit bones, lengthen through the spine. So Marjayasana and Vityalasana, cat and cow, but seated. So we're going to begin by exhaling, drawing the chin into the chest. As you inhale, send your heart center forward. So this is a nice warm-up for your spine. Exhaling, rounding out through the back. And inhaling, sending the heart center forward. Always move with your breath. Move within your range of comfort. Not forcing anything. Moving with care. Let's take another round together. Exhaling, rounding through. Inhale. And then relaxing the arms back down onto your thighs and noticing how that feels in your spine. We're going to take a very gentle seated twist. And again, before we do this, you can feel free to stay on your folded blanket or to sit on the ground. So sit nice and tall, and remember, just go as far as feels right for you today. So we're bringing a little bit of twisting motion for the spine. So taking your left hand onto the right knee, place the right hand down beside you. As you inhale, lengthen and sit tall. Exhale, relax into your gentle seated twist, not forcing, not pushing. Inhale, stay here and lengthen. Exhale, relaxing here. And then inhale, gently bring yourself through center. And just notice how that feels for you. So let's take it to the other side. Pressing your left hand into the earth and your right hand on the knee. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhaling, drawing the navel in towards the spine. So engaging abdominals. Inhaling, we're lengthening right through to the crown of the head. And exhaling, you may choose to look over the shoulder, but just take it as far as feels right for you today. When you're ready, as you inhale, come back through center and relax again, perhaps rolling the shoulders back and down, and just notice how that's feeling for you. We're going to bring ourselves down onto our back, onto the mat. And what I'm going to do here is use my folded blanket to rest my head on. And you can try this. And if that feels good for you, you can leave it there. But if it causes any discomfort, then please feel free to remove it. So we start with a neutral spine. And that means there's going to be a slight curve in the spine. The knees we start with bent, placed on the mat. So this exercise is called Rectus Abdominis Sippa. It's designed by a lady called Deneen Vigiano, and she's a New York expert in movement to help look after the lower back. And so it's basically a variation of a pelvic tilt, only we're going to use our breath and a sound on the exhalation to concentrate on engaging through the abdominals. So we're engaging the abs. We're going to leave the head, the neck and the shoulders, leave them down on the ground. And the hips also remain down on the ground, so don't lift the hips. The hands, you can either place them down by your sides or place them just on the belly. Perhaps the thumbs are placed on the low ribs and the tips of the fingers might be on the front of the pelvis, just spanning that area. So as we exhale, we're going to make a sound and we're going to contract the abdominals. So take a deep inhalation. Contracting, but keeping the hips on the ground, the shoulders and the head. Keep them contracted as we inhale. Again, as we contract again, keep them engaged on your inhale. One more time, engaged. Inhale, relax. Relax your arms and find that neutral spine alignment once again. Relaxing all effort. So we're training our abdominals without causing strain on the lumbar spine. Okay, another round. So engage the abdominals. Maintain engagement. Feel that contraction. Hold it there as you inhale. Release as you inhale and relax. Neutral spine once again. We'll take a third round. Now you know what you're doing. We'll place the hands, really feeling that engagement. So when we're ready, exhale, contract. Inhale, holding. Exhaling. Hold it there, inhale. Really zip up and squeeze. And release as you inhale. All right, nice work. We're going to take an exercise now called dynamic slow bug. Again, you can leave your blanket placed here if that's still feeling comfortable for your head and neck, or feel free to take it away. So the slower you do this exercise, the better. We take our knees and stack them above the hips and then make this 90-degree angle. Take the arms into the air, and I like to do this with palms facing one another. If you experience any pain in the lumbar spine, you're just going to take a small movement. So you'll take a smaller extension. But if it feels safe for you, you can take the full extension of arm and leg. So in this position, we're going to take 3 breaths, 3 rounds of breaths, and zip on up. So engage your abdominals. Inhaling, exhaling, they're still engaged. Inhale, remain abdominals engaged. Exhale, still engaged, inhaling. Exhaling, and now as we inhale, your right arm and your left leg extend. Only go as far as feels comfortable for you. And then exhale back here again. 3 more rounds of breaths to reset that zip up. So it's a real slow burner, and we're training our abdominals without straining the back. So zipping up, really focusing on the body, focusing on the engagement. On the next inhalation, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend it, engagement. Exhale. Let's take a few rounds of breath here, focusing on engagement, a bit like a very slow Pilates. And again, this exercise was designed by Danina Vigiano. He's done a lot of research into how to care for our lower back. So the next inhalation, opposite arm, opposite leg, with engagement. Exhale. Reset as you're locking in the core, zipping on up. And next inhalation, let's balance out our movements. Only going as far as feels good on your lower back. And then lower down the feet to the floor, lower down the hands to the belly. Finding neutral alignment in the spine once again. Perhaps you'd feel a little gap under there if you wanted to slide the hands under. Just check that you've got a nice curve to the spine. We're going to take some circles with the knees now. So this part is all about massaging the lower back, and this is my favourite part. So depending on how your lower back feels, you may take some very small circles. Again, no pulling the knees too close, no crunching, just very light and gentle. You may take bigger circles if that feels comfortable. Or even just a very small rocking backwards and forwards, like a self-massage on the lower back. And if you're taking circles, you will reverse the direction. But just caring for that lower back. We're then going to cross the ankles over now, and only do this if it feels right for you. But another kind of massage for the back, rocking up and down the spine. Maybe just a small movement if that's feeling right for you today. Or perhaps if it's feeling good, you can bring more momentum into it, rolling right up and down the spine, taking a few breaths as we do this, and coming up to seated. We're going to find ourselves on our front body now. So we're going to take a version of child's pose, Balasana. And if you experience any discomfort in the knees, on your knees, you can use your folded blanket, place it under the knees. Otherwise, move that to one side. So we're going to have some lateral flexion. So we're going to feel a nice stretch through the side body with this variation of Balasana, child's pose. Send your knees wide, bring your big toes together, and gently walk your fingertips forward as you sit your hips back. So we've got a nice stretch all through the spine, through the back body, and especially if you're reaching through your fingertips now, we're going to have a stretch through the side body. So begin by gently walking your fingertips over to the left corner of your mat. Rest here, feeling a stretch through the right side of the body. Make the breath long and slow. Using the breath to find ease in the posture. One more inhalation and exhalation. And inhale, come back through center. Let's exhale as we walk the fingertips over to the right, feeling a stretch right through the left side of the body. A really nice lateral stretch. Allow the hips to melt back and down. Allow the forehead to melt down into the earth. Your breath is slow and calm. Feeling into the left side of the body. A little bit of engagement now in the core as we walk the fingertips back through center and gently come back up onto hands and knees. As we draw to the end of this short sequence, I'm going to show you a modified Shavasana. In this modified Shavasana relaxation, I'm going to take a folded blanket and I'd like you to do this, placing it across the center of your mat. And then we're going to ease ourselves down here so the hips rest across here on our front. And then you can gently lay one cheek down to the mat, your arms by your sides. So this is going to allow a little bit of spinal flexion. And we're using gravity and our breath to massage the muscles in the back, as well as the digestive organs as we lay on our front. Taking some nourishing rounds of breath here. Allow yourself to let go of any tension. Allow your body to be breathed. If you'd like to, you can turn and rest your head on the other cheek, noticing how that feels. Relaxing all muscles in your body. And now you're nice and relaxed. Bring yourself up onto hands and knees, tabletop. For the last resting posture, Shavasana on the back. And I'm going to use a bolster here, although you can use just a couple of rolled or folded blankets. Place them just behind the knees. Let the legs drape over. Lower yourself on down to the mat. And having this prop underneath the knees should bring a little bit of ease. If you've got any discomfort in your lumbar spine, it should allow you to lay back and relax. Breathe deeply. Enjoying the final relaxation posture. Thank you for joining me for this lower back care session. Namaste.